Chairman Miller.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, I want to thank you. As the chairman of the 7-member Chesapeake Bay Commission from Pennsylvania, you have become a very active participant in our meetings, and it's refreshing. I think because you have agreed to be more active in participating in these meetings than many former secretaries, and it's not really a shot at them, but most of the time it's been staff, your participation has led the governors from Maryland and Virginia to become more active. And I think that's very important as we endeavor to address all the issues that are facing us when we try to achieve the federally mandated cleanup of the Chesapeake Bay. So thank you for that leadership on part of the administration. I guess I would use that to go into the next part of the question I'd like to ask, because you may not know this yet, but we're probably going to have the November Chesapeake Bay Commission meeting in Williamsport. And part of the focus is going to be on Marcellus Shale and the drilling operations and water quality. So could you give us a little bit of update on what the department is doing to assure water quality in conjunction with the Marcellus Shale?
Well, I'll start by saying we test the waters of this Commonwealth every day. They're across the Commonwealth in all bodies of water. We have approximately 117 water testing stations in our DEP water testing network. So between our partners at the Delaware River Basin Commission, the Susquehanna River Basin Commission, the U.S. Geologic Service, the surface waters of the Commonwealth are tested repeatedly and continuously for water quality. And you mentioned Williamsport. The Susquehanna River Basin Commission announced, recently, that the overall health of the Susquehanna was improving. So that supports what we've known in terms of the water quality data that we've received and we've reviewed going back years. As it relates to the protection of our groundwaters, I would say that the promulgation of some of the Chapter 78 regulations, which mandate well casing requirements and certain cementing requirements of those wells, has done an excellent job of preventing some of the methane gas migrations we saw occur early in the Marcellus Shale phenomenon. We're not seeing as many complaints about this migration as we had seen early on, and in fact, fewer and fewer of those complaints are even being validated as being authentic at this point. And there's also been an enormous pressure on industry in Act 13 to make sure that they're doing things like pre-drill testing before they drill to any homes within water well supplies within 2,500 feet of a well. That's significant because then we all have a baseline of what is in that water well before drilling activity occurs and what's in the water well should anything happen after the drilling activity occurs, and there's immense liability at stake for the company if they don't do so. So, between our regulations dealing with not only drilling but how the operators handle wastewater on the well pad with containment, et cetera, and then the testing we do across the Commonwealth, I think we've got a very good story to tell as a state, as a Commonwealth.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.